Okay, and welcome everyone to the May Zoom call. And anyway, if you guys have questions, just feel free to ask. I will record this and post it for later. But I wanted to welcome everybody, and I've been out of town for about 5 days. I'm going to put a picture of my family up here for just a second. We have been in San Antonio. My oldest there in the middle, he's the one in the uniform, just graduated from Air Force basic training, and we were able to go and spend about 5 days with him. And anyway, just kind of wanted to reflect a little bit about when I first got in direct sales. I was actually pregnant with him, and I already knew that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and my husband and I had actually planned for that. We drove a truck together for 5 years so that we could save our money so that I could be home. But I knew that I would want some kind of hobby. And I thought, most hobbies cost money. I know scrapbooking was really big back then. And, by the time you buy all the materials and stuff, it could get pretty costly. So I thought, well, if I'm going to have a hobby, let me have a hobby where I even have the possibility of making money or at least getting a discount on my product. So that was kind of why I went into direct sales 19 years ago. Being a stay-at-home mom was really important to me. And I knew this would be something that I could do from home. And it's interesting, you go through all the stages. I worked my business in the beginning, when I was pregnant, and then I had a newborn, and then, we added the other two boys. So I've been the mom at Chick-fil-A making phone calls at the table while they were running around at the playground area, or sitting in the backyard on the in a lawn chair while they were splashing around in one of those. So it's interesting, to go through all the different stages, with having a business you can work from home. I've gotten many of my leads throughout the years through the parents that I got to know because of my children, through PTO or through church or Sunday school. And then, of course, as they get older, they're more self-sufficient. And I believe that they learn a lot from us. Our children watch us, and they see that the harder you work, the more that you can achieve. And, now I'm in a different place where I have a mom with dementia. She was actually diagnosed when my youngest was in kindergarten. So I still had small children and a mom with extra needs. So anyway, just knowing that you can go through all these stages, and then as the children are leaving the home, that's been really difficult. My oldest one's been gone about 2 months. He'll be back in September. But eventually he'll leave the home again when he starts his own family. But a lot of people, when they have that empty nest syndrome, they think, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? And I already know I'm going to help women with their skin. I'm going to help women with their makeup. And so I've just been so thankful that all of the things that I've gotten to do through direct sales, not to mention the income. For example, this trip right here was completely paid for with money that I made through selling products. So it's nice to be able to contribute to your family income, and also to get to be there for everything. So anyway, just wanted to take a minute to kind of share that. And not everybody, everybody's in different stages. Some women are single, some women are married, some women have children, some women don't, some women's children are grown up. So no matter what stage of life you're in, that's the beauty of what we do, where we can schedule our business around our life instead of scheduling our life around our business. And I'm really enjoying getting to know many of you. And if I have not had a conversation on the phone with you yet, just feel free to pick up the phone and give me a call. Just tell me who you are, where you are in your business, where you'd like to be, and what I can do to help you get there. And I'm looking forward to meeting many of you that I have not met yet. The first thing I wanted to talk about tonight was 300 in personal volume. And there are many, many reasons why you would want to get 300 in personal volume each month. And one thing I've tried to do, and you may be listening to this, you may be one of the people that I reached out to last month. I looked, and if anyone had 200, 250, 278, if you were anywhere close, you want to go ahead and get that 300 in personal volume. If you are having retail sales or your own personal sales, then you've already gotten 20%, and then that 10% will be an extra $30. And if you have TLC clients, you've already gotten 5%, and you're going to get that additional 10. So no matter what you've already done, you're going to get 10% extra whether you've already had 20 and you're getting 10%, or whether you had 5 and you're getting 10%. 10% of 300 is $30. So if you hit 300 in personal volume, you're going to have $30 in your pocket. Well, technically in your True Aura wallet, but that can be transferred over to your checking account, and you can put the money in your wallet then. So what you want to do, and if you need help doing the math, if you're anywhere close, like say you're at $270, well, if you have a $30 retail order go through, whether it's through a client or whether you place the order or whatever it is, then that's just an additional $30 in commission. So always remember that. And I thought I would break that down just a little bit because this is so important. There's 3 different ways that we get PV, which is personal volume. One is when we place personal orders. 2 is when a retail customer places an order when they go on our website and they order, and 3 is through the TLC. So all 3 of these make up your personal volume. Now, if you recruit someone and they place an order, that is not personal volume. That is downline volume. The only way that you get personal volume is when you order, when someone orders on your website, or one of your customers places this TLC order. And this little chart, this comes in really handy. It shows you right here, 20% for retail and personal, 5% for TLC. That's what you start with. There's no minimum to make this commission. This is any amount. And then once you hit that 300, you're going to get an additional 10% off of either one of those. And that's why I say when you get 300, it's an extra $30. You may be close to 800. If you've got 750 in personal volume, you want to look at going ahead and finding some more sales to where you get to 800. 1,500 is an additional 20%, and 2,500 is an additional 30%. So just to recap, let's say you've hit 2,500 in personal volume through all 3 of these ways, then you already got 20% at the time of the retail purchase or when you ordered. Then you're going to get an additional 30 on the retail and the personal orders, which means you end up with 50%. If it's TLC, you originally got 5%, and when you max out at 2,500, it adds that 30. So you can get up to 35% on TLC and up to 50% on personal orders and retail orders. So I like to just make sure those volumes kind of stick in your mind. You've got the 300 personal volume, gives you that extra 10%. The 800 is going to give you the extra 15. 1,500 gives you 20%, and 2,500 gives you an additional 30%. So just kind of keep those in mind. And at the end of the month, look and see where your personal volume is. And like I said, if you need a little help with the math, call me and we'll figure it up. Okay, if you have this much more in sales, how much more in commission will you make? Now, there's a lot of ways to get personal volume. One of the ways is call up your customers. Maybe if you've already got people using skincare, they're going to have new skincare. They're going to have to be switching to something before long. So you can just pick up the phone and tell people about the new skincare line. You can do one-on-one consultations. I'm calling them 10-minute facials. If you want to have someone come over and just have them try the products, it's just 5 steps because they're not going to do all 7, even if you have all 7 out. And then you can tell them about it, show them their options, whether it be TLC or just purchasing retail, or if they're interested in selling, you can tell them about the starter kit. But we don't really want to sign people up just for a discount. If they just want a discount, they're really better off as a TLC. And if you have any questions about that, let me know and we can kind of go over that. You can also do parties. I've done about 4 parties now, and I have, I think, 3 more coming up in the next couple of weeks. And I'm kind of tweaking how I do those, but they are not lasting long at all, about 45 minutes. And if you want to know like what to say, go back and watch the videos that Gary's posted. If you're not on the True Product with Gary page, I recommend going back and watching. I think it's been 3 weeks in a row where he's done videos, and that's going to give you a lot of verbiage about what to say. You can do booths. I've done 3 booths already where I get people to, just fill out what they're interested in, and whether it's they want the app or they want to shop online or they would like to set up a time to do a facial, or if they want to do a party. You can call it a U+2 or a U+ however many can fit around your kitchen table. And you can just kind of make up your own hostess rewards program, maybe a percentage of what you sell or so many items at 25% off, just whatever you want to do for that. You can also do social media. That is one of the many ways that you can work the business is through social media. You don't necessarily want to try to sell you want to try to like get the appointments. Unless you have like a closed group and you want to go on there and talk about the products, you can certainly do that as well too. All right, and then the loyalty club, that is a great way to get to those personal volume levels that we talked about. We talked about the 300, the 800, the 1500, and the 2500. And the more people that you have in the TLC program, the higher personal volume you're going to have. And also knowing that they get 15% off of anything when they're in TLC, they're going to be much more likely. For example, Gary did say on that last Truora product video that we are going to have a pressed powder foundation when we go to the conference in Dallas, but we're also going to have mascara, eyeshadow, I believe he said lipstick, blush. Don't hold me to that. You can go back and watch the video, but we are going to be adding products later, but I know coming up we do have those. So the more people that you have on TLC, the bigger your total, your personal volume will be, and also the more products that we have, the more each person is going to buy. So I did a little chart to kind of go through and explain just an idea of how this would work. And this is just assuming that they're only getting these 4 pieces. This is assuming they have not added eye cream, day repair, or night repair. And this is assuming that no one's pushing theirs out for 90 days. So I had to have a basis of how to figure. So on the one hand, you are going to have some people that push theirs out longer. But on the other hand, you're going to have people that they're going to buy more than just these 4 pieces. So just for an example, I put this together. So we know when people are in TLC, unless they push their order out, their order is going to come every 60 days. So if you were to add 2 TLC clients every single month for 6 months, and they were to get these 4 pieces, then the first month you have 2 TLC clients, and they're each getting 142. That's what the 4 pieces are worth. Then you now have $284 in personal volume, and that's month 1. Well, back to the 300, we know if you have 300 in personal volume, you're going to get that additional 10%, which would be $30. So you can either find one more client that wants to purchase something, or you can purchase something yourself, and you'll get your 20% off, but then you'll get your 10% back. So you're going to make back more than what you spend on that. And then month 2, same thing. You've got 2 TLC clients, because on month 2, your month 1 people are not ordering. Your month 1 people are going to order month 1, month 3, and month 5. So month 2 is 2 new people, same thing, 284 in personal volume. Then you come to month 3 and you get 2 new TLC clients. Well, the people from month 1 have their recurring order. So now you have 4 TLC members, and your personal volume is 568. Same thing with month 4. 2 new people, 2 recurring from month 2 that roll over to month 4. That's 4 TLC members with 568 in volume. Well, month 5, you can see this build. You're going to get 2 new clients again, and then you have 4 because you've got month 1 repeated in month 3 with the 2, and then month 3, those are recurring in month 5. So now all of a sudden you have 6 TLC members, and that's $852 in personal volume, and then the same thing occurs in month 6 because you have month 2 and 4 rolling over to month 6. So if you added all of that up, your total retail sales from TLC in 6 months will be $3,408, and that's if they didn't add even a single eye cream, if you didn't sell anything else. So I know some people are concerned about, hitting their personal volumes or hitting their minimums. And if you would be consistently adding at least 2 new TLC clients a month, then you can see how this is gonna grow. And then as they add more products to that, if they added the day cream, the night cream, and the eye cream, that's another couple of $100 in sales. So each one of these is potential for that. And what I've been doing is I've been calling my TLC people up before their orders are due, even before they get their email from Truora, and I'm saying, hey, this is Michael Ann, just wanted to remind you that your TLC order is coming up. Are you good with it now? Do you need to push it back? Because I don't want them, if they haven't used it up yet, I don't want them to get over stockpiled on it. But now if they're saying they don't need it yet, if they've been using it twice a day and they are not out, they are probably not using enough product. That's another one of the videos on the True Product with Gary page. So just go over that with them. Make sure they're getting at least a nickel-sized amount of the cleanser. It's not pre-measured pumps. It's not one pump, is enough to do. You need at least 2 pumps of the repair, probably 2 to 3 of the moisturizer, a nickel-sized amount of the cleanser. I use about 3 pumps of toner, so make sure they're using it enough. And also, you can ask them, would you like to go ahead and add some of the repair? Do you want to go ahead and add an eye cream or a day repair or a night repair to that? And oftentimes, you can end up, increasing and doing the add-on sales. So I just love the TLC program, and this has taken a little bit for everybody to get their mind wrapped around, even for myself. So this is just, I think, one of the best things about True Aura, because now one of the things that I was never the best at, with our previous company was doing the follow-up calls. I was good at, getting the appointments, getting the parties, and then letting them know, hey, when you need something, call me or text me. And I was very responsive to that, but it was like taking the time to call them to say, hey, do you need anything? Are you out of anything? It seems like that always kind of got pushed to the back burner because there were always more urgent things. So this is kind of taking that out of my hands, even though I am being proactive, but I can look and see. It's like, whose orders are coming up for the TLC, and it just gives you a good opportunity also, to see how it's working for them. Make sure you check with them after they've had it for a week or 2, just to make sure if there are any issues, you can help them to tweak that. And that's another one of the videos you can go and watch. But it's better to know after a week or 2 if they're having an issue, and you can give them some suggestions, than for them to use it, for a full 3 or 4 weeks and then let you know that they're not happy with something. So just kind of stay on top of that. If y'all have any questions, y'all can go ahead and ask. That's what I like about doing the Zoom, is I can actually hear your voices as opposed to trying to do a Facebook Live where we have to read comments. But okay, I did promise y'all last time that I would tell you, I would figure out about the Facebook, and it was actually more simple than I thought it was going to be. But I did this on the way home from San Antonio yesterday, and there's one thing that I needed some help with, and I wasn't able to call into the office until this afternoon, and I left a voicemail. So I'll get you as far as I can get you. So when you're on your phone and you push your app, this is going to come up, and it's actually, I should have cropped it. I screenshot after I circled with the arrows, and so all this other stuff at the top and bottom, that's from an app where I was just adding the color, and I didn't realize till I'd already gotten it on here that I should have cropped that out. But you're just going to see this part when you're on your app, and if you look down at the bottom, you'll see tiles, and you want to click that, and when you do, it's going to take you here, and you want to circle the True Aura Social, which this other stuff, y'all, this is pretty cool. Just click around on it. But the first thing that happens, and I didn't think to screenshot this, if you have not done this yet, when you click on the True Aura Social, a pop-up video is going to come up, and it's going to explain it. And the video only comes up like once. Like now that I've watched the video, it's not going to keep coming up every time. So watch the video. It's only like a minute or 2 long, and it's going to explain a little bit about it. But it's going to take you to where you can download the app. So there's a True Aura Facebook app, and let me see what it's called. It's now on my phone. I had to install the app. Well, I should have had this part ready, where it says, well, what does it say? Oh, here it is. It says True Aura Social. I'll try to hold this up to the camera. I don't know if y'all can see that. I think it's too bright. I don't think you can see it. But anyway, it's an app, and it says True Aura Social. So when I click that, it now takes me to the next screen, which I'll show you. It's going to take me here, and this is your exact same login as the back office. So whatever your username and password is, that's how you're going to log in. Then it's going to take you to all of these articles that you can post. Whoops, sorry. You can just click on whichever one you want, and you can either schedule it for later or you can post it now. And and then here's, if you want to schedule it, you tell it when. So you could actually go in and you could post a different article, every day, and you could go ahead and schedule it now, like what day, what time, and then you're done for the week. The problem that I had was it kept posting to my personal Facebook page. And it did ask me, do you want this to go on your Facebook page or your Facebook business page? And I told it Facebook business. I tried it both ways, and it was going to my personal page. So I'm thinking there's a way to go into settings and to link your business page to this so that it knows where to go. I just couldn't figure that part out. But I will get that figured out, and we will kind of keep learning that together. All right, any questions so far about using the app for Facebook? Okay, I want to talk about this Sales Club Challenge. If you have not seen this, it's on our Facebook page, and if you're not on our team Facebook page and you are on our team, it's Dillinger World. Let me know, and I can add you. That's a closed group just for our group. I just want to make sure all of you guys are on it. But this Sales Club Challenge is also, if you go into the back office and you go under, I think, the news or whatever, like at the bottom left, it will take you where there's like this flyer, there's slides that tell all about these. What I like about this is cumulative. So it goes from the 1st of May until is it the end of July? Oh, until June the 30th. So May and June, these 2 months. If you have 1,000 in retail, then you're going to get the little pop socket for your phone that says True Aura.
Yeah, sort of.
And then for 2,000, you're going to get a selfie light. For 3,000, it's a bamboo phone stand. 4,000, it's a USB box. 5,000 is a phone accessory case. And 6,000, which is what I'm shooting for, Noelle Heath is going to buy you a gift from one of her favorite stores. And I don't know where she likes to shop, but I bet I would like it, whatever it is. So set your goal and just know that all of your personal volume is going to count toward this. It is cumulative. And just kind of set your goal for where you want to be and then map that out. So we've got, from the 1st of May to the end of June, and you do not have to be at Empower Conference to get these gifts. They are going to give them out at Empower, but if you are not there, then they're going to mail them to you. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I went over there to pick that jar up, and it was like...
And we also have a Join the Journey challenge. And if you or move up to one of these levels, you're also going to get a gift. We've got a scratch pad for senior consultant. Executive consultant is a pen, has a light on it. Gold consultant, it's a little sticky note with flags and in a little portable case. Manager, insulated bottle. And senior manager is a cosmetic case, and executive manager is a notepad and pen. And again, with director, you can get a gift from Noelle Heath. And also, if you have already reached one of these rewards, but you don't move up, if you make your paid as in May and June, then you get whatever gift for the career title. So for example, if you're already at Gold Consultant and you don't move up in May and June, say you made Gold Consultant in April. Well, if you get paid as a Gold Consultant in May and June, you will earn the scratch pad, the pen, and the sticky note flag case thing with the True Aura logo. All right, go for the gold. There is a reception challenge. When you get to Empower, if you move up to Gold Consultant by June the 30th, or if you're already at Gold Consultant or above, you help someone new get to Gold Consultant, then you get to go to the reception with Rick and Noelle Heath. So that's pretty cool. Speaking of Empower, it's July the 26th through the 29th. This is our first annual conference, so I'm looking forward to being there. We're going to make history, and if you have not decided to go yet, then you just need to decide to go. We are going to have a good time, and we're going to learn a lot. There is so much to learn. We're going to have the new products, and the reception is Thursday night, and then the meetings will kick off on Friday. And there's not going to be a formal night. There is like a dinner party, cocktail kind of, but not really a formal night. So you don't necessarily need to go out and buy a new dress. But the registration is $159 for the next 10 days. So if you have not registered yet, you can save $30 by registering now. After May 31st, it's going to be $189. And they have negotiated a group rate for the hotel. So please stay on site. because they had to guarantee a certain number of rooms in order to get this deal. And what I like about it is they're not going to charge you extra if you have more people. So you can stay 1 per room, 2 per room. If you want to, you can stay 3 or 4 per room if you want to save money. And the price is still going to just be $139. And it's nice when you're staying on site too, because if you need to run back to the room, you know, you don't have to get in your car and drive anywhere. So if anybody has any questions or concerns about that, I just can't encourage you enough to be there. It's going to be a really, really fabulous event, and I'm looking forward to it. We also have a couple of local events. If you are in anywhere near St. Louis, Missouri, Thursday night, as in 3 nights from tonight, Thursday night, May the 24th, there is a meeting, and I believe, I can't remember if it's Rick or Gary, I'm sorry, but I believe it's Gary is going to be in St. Louis. So if you need more information about that, that is also listed on the True Aura page. If you go under like company news at the bottom left, you can click on there and you can register through the Eventbrite. And also, we have our very own Betty Hughes is getting to host a meeting with Rick Heath, and it's going to be Saturday, June the 2nd in Jackson, Mississippi. Try to get there by 10. We've got the meeting from 10:30 to 1, but we're going to do registration and everything at 10, and we're really looking forward to that and having Rick Heath in Jackson. So we want to have anybody is welcome to come to that. You do not have to be in Betty Hughes' world to go. That is open to anybody in the company that lives close enough to go. Same thing with St. Louis. That is anybody that would like to drive and go, you are welcome to attend. Right. I believe that is all I had for tonight, but I did want to see if anybody had any questions. And if not, or if y'all have any suggestions for things that you'd like us to cover, we do have a YouTube page. If you guys haven't seen that, I think it's called Mike Land's True Aura account or something like that. And I do post all of our lives, so you could go back and watch any of the Zoom calls that we've done, or any other videos that kind of explain things. But I appreciate you guys for being on tonight. I know it was a short meeting, but again, I've been out of town for 5 days having family time. So anyway, I appreciate you guys for taking the time to be on. And just know, if y'all need me for anything, then I'm here. Just give me a call anytime. I love hearing from you.